Comparison is the thief of joy. The more you compare yourself to what you think you should be, or others that seem like what you should be, the more unhappy you're going to be. And the more you're going to strive to improve, the more you're going to strive to change yourself. And in this journey, in this quest to change yourself into what you think you should be, you completely miss yourself. You never learn who it is you actually are. You never value who it is you actually are, because you're essentially saying that who you are is valueless and you need to kill yourself to become someone else, to become a role model that you consider cool, strong, powerful, whatever. But these role models that you're looking at, they're just big egos. They're just other people's egos. Or maybe there's somebody genuine who's just being themselves, and you're trying to model that. You're trying to model somebody else's swag, somebody else's isness. But you have to develop your own isness. That's not something that comes easy or overnight. That's not something you can learn in a video. That's something you learn by living life, doing things that make you uncomfortable, that make you scared, contemplating what all of this means, what it means to be here, what your relationships mean, what your life experiences mean. Stop treating life like it's this dumb thing. You know, stop treating your life experiences like they're this dumb thing, reacting negatively and getting angry and throwing tantrums, complaining, Googling what's wrong. Sit there and take the responsibility of actually feeling what it feels like to be alive, to be here, now. And ask yourself, what is this? Because the more times you ask yourself that, the more answers you're going to get. And they might be small, little clues that lead you somewhere. Sometimes you'll feel lost. Sometimes you feel like you don't understand what's going on. But as long as you're looking, as long as you're observing, as long as you're staying present, you will start to learn. You will start to uncover the secrets of the universe for yourself. It's not something that somebody can teach you. I used to try and find the secrets of the universe in YouTube videos and books. And yeah, they pointed me in the right direction, but the right direction was always back to me, back to my own experience, back to being present. And anything that I've ever learned has only been through life experience, through living life, through doing things that are uncomfortable, through experiencing new things. And so you have to be willing to put yourself in that position. And maybe you're scared, maybe you're not used to it. That's okay. It's a habit. It's a habit, and you get used to it the more you do it. So start small. You start with little things that make you uncomfortable. You start with little goals, right? Have goals for yourself. Oh, camera's approaching high temperature, so that's great. This video is probably gonna end short. And maybe it's supposed to be short. Maybe this is supposed to be it. Maybe you've got enough from this. But I'm gonna continue. You are so much more than what you see yourself now. You are infinite. In your mind, everything that you can imagine yourself being is exactly who you are, and more than that. You are in a sandbox, and the sandbox is your mind. You get to choose whoever you want to be. Now, you don't want to choose to be just anybody. You want to find who you are. You want to find your credo, your natural way, because your natural way is going to be the best way. It's going to be the way that works the best for you. If you try and copy somebody else, if you try and do it somebody else's way, you're going to experience hiccups. You're going to experience setbacks. You're going to experience discomfort, frustration, because you have built-in talents. You have built-in advantages that other people don't have, and other people have built-in advantages that you don't have. So trying to model somebody else's life is never going to work, because you almost think of it like a skill tree. Everyone's got different skill trees if you've ever played video games, right? Different skill trees, different characteristics, character stats, whatever. And if you're trying to build a warlock build, but you're an archer, you're not going to be a very good warlock. You're not going to do very good magic. But if you've got a bow, and an arrow, and you improved on that, you'll find that you're the best archer that there ever was. Does that make sense? Maybe that doesn't make sense. And it's okay if it doesn't make sense. And if it does make sense, great. But what you need to know, and what I need to remind myself, is that you're doing just fine. Just being you, exactly as you are now, you're exactly where you need to be. And you might not believe that, it might not make sense, but you're always exactly where you need to be, because you're always at that point where you can move to the next level. And maybe you stall, maybe you've been hesitating, maybe you've been hamster wheeling in the same place over and over again, but you're still there. You're still where you need to be. Maybe you've been hesitating on making that jump or the next move, but you're still where you need to be. You know that deep down. You know that there's just one thing that you need to do next. One thing that you need to experience next. One fear you need to conquer next, right? And it'll always be that way. It'll always be the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. But never forget, you're already where you need to be. That will never change. And you need to start telling yourself that. The more you tell yourself, I'm exactly where I need to be and everything is working out exactly the way it should, you're gonna start to believe it. Not because it's untrue, but because it's actually true. You're gonna start to see that it's actually true. So I want you to try that. I want you to try literally every day. Say to yourself, everything is working out for me. My world takes care of me. The experiences that I'm having are happening for me, for my learning, for my progression. And you're gonna start to see how they are. Your mind is like a pattern recognition system. If you tell it that this experience sucks, then you're gonna see all the reasons that it sucks. And you're not gonna find anything that helps you. You're just gonna find reasons to be miserable. But if you tell yourself that this experience is teaching you something, you're gonna find something in there. You're gonna find a piece of gold. And that piece of gold is gonna stay with you. And once you find it, once you gain these skills that you get from life, from contemplating life, from living life, from experiencing life, they stay with you forever. You change, you become a different person. You become more yourself. And the more yourself you become, the more confident you become, the more abilities you gain, and the more you start to understand what's going on here. You start getting less scared, you know. Less scared is nice. It feels good. It feels good to be less scared because you realize that there's nothing you can really do to fuck this up. You know, there's nothing you can do to fuck this up. You could fuck everything up. You could fuck up credit. You could go in millions of dollars in debt. You could go to jail for 10 years, you know, and you'll come back and you'll be right there again. Right there again. Right where you need to be. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. I know it's short, but I just wanted to get this one out. Felt good. Check out this view though. Oh yeah. That's pretty fucking nice, right? I'm in the Bahamas. Don't get much better than this. Yeah. Anyways, love you all dearly. Peace.